If you're just joining in, welcome, welcome. We are checking out the new patch. It's live now for everybody. These are public games, which I'm casting for the new patch. Battleship buffs, torpedo buffs, AMM buffs, buffs everywhere. A lot of stuff that was kind of left behind in the meta is coming back out. Hope Masquerade buff, if anyone is interested in trolling people. I'm not completely sold on that. Um, it's funny to see something come around a corner and get ID'd as a sprinter, but then a couple seconds after that, it'll shoot 450s, and like everybody knows at that point, right? So, how much does it really buy you? You know, I guess you could do some funny hijinks, but I say that, but at the same time, what if they manage to sneak like a beam battleship across the map without it firing, and all of a sudden you've got a beam BB in your face that you thought was like a cap sprinter or something? I mean, there's potential, but I'm the kind of person that would rather go with like a 70% of the time it's 50% effective rather than 10% of the time it's 100% effective. But it does exist. It could be pretty funny. If that ever does happen, I'm sure to make a highlight of it. Waiting for players. So it'll be interesting to see if we get another kind of DD rush like we did last game. I haven't seen too many games played on Tumbleweed. I think after the initial testing, I've only seen maybe 3 or 4 played on it, so I'm not sure if there's an established meta. I mean, obviously, Beam DDs seem pretty good. Let's see if we can spot a battleship being deployed here. Turnpike +3 escorts. That might be... Oh, MCRN. I'll be shocked if MCRN is not fielding a battleship, or at least an Axford. I mean, that's the rules of Nebulous, right? Let's see, on the OSP side. OPA, zippy, speedy, rushy. I'm gonna go on a limb here and assume those are shuttles. I mean, why would you name anything OPA rushy unless it's a rocket shuttle, am I right? Immediately. Let's see. One thing I really do like about Tumbleweed is you always get these very, very mixed deployment zones where everyone wants to go to every other point on the map. There isn't a lot of dead space or really areas that might be considered, ideal deployment. You can come over on a flank and hope to speed around one of these rocks. Going through the middle is valid. Going on top, going on bottom. It's a great map, in my opinion, for that. And it's nice to have kind of a close quarters focused thing for a change. Pillars is so open in comparison. And let's see. Is this a beam BB? It is a beam BB with some S3s. Are these torpedoes actually? Nope, S3Hs. Only 6 of them. Oh, there's another 10 of another type. Okay. Interesting. We'll have to see how that does. I prefer escorts rather than taking a fanny pack of missiles and stuffing it full of super expensive things, but it can work. It depends on how well you coordinate with your team. This Axford is hybrid, beam, and S2Hs. Yep, a couple of those. Interesting. They put the command jammer on the backpack there. Let's see what these are. Missile frig swarm. Yep. And these are a good old-fashioned gun frig. Or gun corv. Nice. Alright, on OSP we've got 450 liners, 2, and what are these? Just escorts? Let's see, LRT, EWR, and 100 mil. Interesting. Gliding is going to be playing, yep. Called it, rocket shuttle swarm, and small cake also with his rocket shuttles. Wow, that's a lot of ACAP, and Traveler looks like he's taking the 450 SLOs again. Looks like this time around he does not want to charge onto a point and get obliterated by get obliterated by beams. Oh man, I cannot repeat the name of this missile on live stream.
The enemy is securing zone
But let's see what they're able to do.
zone
Oh boy. Looks like they might have spotted out these Acellos. Or they're just being blind fired at a point. I don't know exactly what these are going to do. I would guess they've been blind fired on E. Okay, so they're going to find some shuttles most likely. There they go. Let's see. That beautiful weave. Oh my goodness! That almost sniped out 3 shuttles with 4 missiles. That would have been something. Alright, so 2 shuttles go down immediately. And that was point secured right there. What is this? Oh, an AMM. That was kind of unfortunate. I guess... Yeah, they were all armed with rockets, so had absolutely no point defense available. I guess the T-20s could have shot grape at them, but that wouldn't have worked anyway.
The enemy secured zone Atlas.
Meanwhile, these 450 Acellos are deciding to blast away at a Corvette up here. Yeah, one thing though, all this ACAP has gone ahead and flipped 4 points to the OSP. Oh, rocket barrage coming in already. Some of these are gonna hit home, probably. Doesn't look like it's enough. And that shuttle is gonna get torn to shreds in return. This 450 fire is being shot at the wrong target. Yeah, CIC is down. That's it for the rocket volleys. And the 250 fire. I mean, that's a lot of 250s there. Kind of funny, I haven't seen an actual gun Corvette swarm in a long time. Oh, here comes the beam BB. What is it deciding to do? It's going to fire some hybrids. I guess those are going for shuttle there? Not sure. No, they have to be going for the Acellos, right? They're just kind of taking a weird path to get there. Let's see. We've got Auroras. We've got PD available. Let's see if there's any jamming. Looks like nope. And the Auroras, oh, those didn't get overheated. They slam into the side. This is kind of a risky play here to go side on. Most times you want a bow on a cello. I should say in almost all cases. There's virtually no benefit to having them broadside. Your armor's thinner, you get pierced more, you don't have that big nose to kind of protect your juicy engineering section.
The enemy secured zone
And you only have 1/2 of your point defense firing, where nose on, you can often get both sides firing at the same time. Luckily, the missile strikes haven't done catastrophic damage, but if he closes into beam range, that's going to be a different story. Looks like he's going around the rock there while the Ocellos are backing off. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're trying to keep something else in their nose on target, or that was just a little bit of misclick there. But since the layout of the turrets allow the Ocello to fire all barrels while facing forward, it just makes sense to have this profile presented to the enemy instead of this one. You also have the angling on the bow there to help protect. It might have just been an unfortunate coincidence. It looks like they are coming around now. So, if OSP can continue to hold all of these points here... What is that? Kind of an interesting... some AMMs look like they're being manually fired. Or they're... No, those are the ones being targeted at the missile. Those other ones I think got manually shot. And just for the lulls. Let's see if these are able to take out this size 2. Yep, they do.
The enemy is securing zone Eclipse. We are contesting zone Eclipse.
Let's see what happens on E. Where is E? He's in the middle here. So it looks like the gun corps are doing battle with the shuttles. These were the two that got taken out by the missiles from earlier. There's just this one gun shuttle left. And it's being supported by... Not sure where those shells came from. Oh, maybe the liners? This is kind of an interesting position for these liners to be in. What they want to do, probably, is engage this battleship. Oh, here come a lot of missiles, though.
The enemy is securing zone Eclipse.
Yep. Those missiles go in, and rockets from another shuttle. And that takes all those corvettes down. Securing E for the OSP. They don't have anything to contest that now on this side of the map except this single Axford. And it looks like this Axford is instead deciding to come and engage these Ocellos. But it's been spotted, and it only has a beam on the front. There's no cannons available. And the throw weight of that Axford is not enough to get through the point defense here. Some size 3 hybrids are being shot by the battleship. Oh, I think that one got through. Not sure. Either way, it did not do much damage. And the 450s from the Ocellos are coming to bear on this Axford. Let's see. Looks like more rockets coming out against these frigs. Oh, I managed to kill a frig. Let's see if he takes out another one. These actually have... Oh my goodness. I mean, there weren't too many missiles left on these frigates, but yeah, they got rocked there. Small Cake has rocketed that entire shuttle or that entire frigate group into the nether. Oh, but here comes the beam BB. Yep, surprise. And we get to see here now some of the features of this increased armored battleship just charging into 450. doesn't care at all. And any second now. Oh! They sniped out the beam on the top. That's not good. Looks like these line ships are firing 450 HE. They were so lucky there that one of them managed to clip the turret there and take it out. I mean, he still has the bottom one. I'm not sure why he's not firing, actually. Surely you're in range, right? Is it tilting up to shoot it? It's got track, right? Yeah, there's a fire control lock. I'm very confused. What is happening here? I see they're blue. They're attempting to fire.
Enemy is securing zone box.
What is happening? Are they actually not close enough? No way. Maybe. Maybe. There it goes. Yep. This might be... Oh, I wonder if because the antenna is down and it doesn't have a backup, it had to drive to within visual range. That might have been what happened just there. That would be very unfortunate. We'll keep an eye on this and see what's happening with the Axford. It's tangling with the Ocellos. Looks like it did get a beam shot off against this one, which has pretty much gutted the internals. This line ship is paying the iron price now as this Beam BB barrels down on it. But it's still alive, and so far, this Beam BB hasn't been able to deal catastrophic damage to them yet. It's only a matter of time, though. It might be in the BB's interest to go broadside and get its rear turret on target. Let's see how long until this is repaired. Actually, I don't even know if it is being repaired. What a weird situation. Looks like the antenna isn't being repaired either. I'm kind of curious why not. I would assume since this antenna is out that it's causing a lot of problems for this beam battleship. Unless it has its own bullseye? Okay, it has its own bullseye, so maybe that's not as bad. Decided to fire on this liner. This is an excellent job by this liner player, splitting up his line ships so that no matter what the battleship chooses to do to point its bow on something, one of them will be able to fire into the side. That's really a crucial thing now that it has that buffed armor. And okay, the front turret is repaired now. Yeah, it had a bullseye, so I'm really not sure why it drove so much closer. Perhaps the player wanted to get closer before opening up the beams. Let's take a break from that, see what else is happening. Yeah, the shuttles and corvettes are going at it, and I gotta say, 2 shuttle swarms does defeat 1 gun corvette swarm. Unfortunately for the ANS team, and due to that, and the fact that these corvettes are just being murdered by all of these small ships around the place, that means that the ANS team is going to get 5 capped here. So even if this beam battleship manages to slaughter every one of the capital ships from OSP over here, they're definitely still going to lose the game. That's unfortunate, but what can you do? A pair of gun CLs here would have made all the difference for the ANS team instead of shouldering absolutely all of the objective play onto this one single Corvette swarm.
The enemy is securing Zone Eclipse.
The heavy cruiser can only contest 1 point, really, and it's probably going to come out on top against this Acello. Let's see what's going on with the other Acello. Where's the other Acello? Oh, the other Acello got killed. Okay, that makes sense. I would assume that's actually... Oh, some rockets going into a dead Corvette there. I would assume this is actually some critical got through on the reactor that blew it up, because it was looking okay before that. Oh no! The beam snipes out all the important bits of that Acello, so much for that one. Alright, let's focus back on this BB. See what kind of damage it's managed to do to these line ships. This one is pretty well messed up, and the other one is basically in the same state. They're not going to be firing anymore at it, but as I mentioned, that Axford can only contest 1 point. There's only 2 ships left on ANS, which means OSP is going to have an easy victory here. Let's see what these rockets do. Oh no! Nothing happening there, but if rockets were bad against battleships before, they are straight up terrible now. I mean, okay, I guess they're okay if you're gonna fire all of them while the thing is immobile without PD firing. You got me there. You got me there, Blighting. But yeah, we all saw that it tanked about 12 of them before that damage went through. Just you can't stop it. It's still up. It still has turrets. It still has beams. It can barely move, but it's not even close to dead. This is just for pride at this point. Yeah, these beams are going to kill these shuttles. Oh, a 450 got back up. Oh no. It has the damage. The armor is shredded. There goes one turret. There goes one reactor. It's immobilized. There goes another. Oh no. Yeah, shoot some more rockets just for good measure. Lights out. Did that other line ship get repaired too? Uh-oh. Here comes a crit effect. Did he scram that? Or did they die to fires? They might have died to fires. He didn't quit, right? Well, okay. It's dead. They killed it. On to the Axford. What is this doing? Guess just flying around? Yeah, he's just going for a nice scenic tour. Oh, he's going to D. Alright, that's fine. He's going on a jet plane. Yeah, do a barrel roll. Things have definitely calmed down now. Yeah, so I guess in response to potentially having DDs everywhere, OSP has just opted for 1 billion shuttles. They definitely got the job done. Most important plays of the game, I mean, they kind of happened at Fleet Select. ANS with its one gun corps was in no way able to contain 2 players that went all small ships. And while the Beam BB was able to pretty much solo that line fleet and to get together with the Axford killed the Acela group, they couldn't do anything about the points. Perhaps if the ANS team had been a little bit more concentrated, maybe between 2 points, like say, for example, E and D, if they stuck their beams in here and played them a little bit more conservatively, that would have left their one 250 Corvette swarm able to get them the 3rd point. But then again, rushing down some line ships with a Beam BB, that's just fun, so we won't hold it against them. But yep, good game. This one goes to OSP. Kind of curious, actually, if there's enough firepower remaining on this team to deal with this Axford. I mean, they have this this 450 liner up, but it's kind of crippled. And these new Axfords are incredibly good at doing long, extended engagement fights, which is what you're going to get when fighting it with one single 450 LN. And if the beam manages to fire here, it's going to take out this line ship almost immediately. And that's what it wants to do. It sees the prize. It is all thrust forward. D is for dead. A. Oh! The other 450 liner comes around the corner. It's been healed up. Oh, it took out the beam on the bottom. Disaster. Yeah, that's really bad, actually. There it goes. It's actually dead. Needing to spend a restore now. Wow, just... that is one thing that I really dislike against the Axford. I feel like this bottom mount gets killed so easily on account of how it kind of sticks out, and it really has these flat surfaces all around it that can so easily transfer damage. Like these impacts on the bottom chin there, they just go straight into the turret and they kill it every time. Not that, you know, the one on the... well, the one on the top is a little bit better protected. You have that front mount there that kind of protects that, and it has better angling. Ooh! Here comes more rockets. Oh, savage. Wrecked. Yeah. That's all for that Axford. Oh, it got its beam back up. Is it going to beam a shuttle? Will it beam a shuttle? Can it beam a shuttle? Looks like it hasn't been targeted. Yeah, it's just sitting there. Is that because... ah, yeah. It's because the CIC is knocked out. That would make sense. And there's the GG. Alright, let's get some pillars going. I want to see what pillars looks like now. So that BB, we did definitely see how it was able to tank that 450 and the rockets for much longer than it would have before the buff, but they're still not indestructible. 450s work against them. Rockets in enormous volumes work against them. Missiles absolutely work against them. Just make sure, though, the minimum size warhead on an S2, I think before, was 54 centimeters. That's like size 3, I think it is. You have to dial that up one notch now to get through. So if you have old S2s lying about and you're trying to shoot them at a battleship, there is a high chance that you're shooting a 54 centimeter penetration size 2 at a battleship and it won't do any damage. So everybody make sure you check that.